Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome along to European Racing Series Tier 2. We are at round number 10 today, here at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix, the home of British Motorsport. I am Jess, and I'm not alone today. I've hired someone, technically, to join me in the commentary box, and it is the legend himself, Mr. Kai Vicini. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing, Jess. How are you? It's great to join you on the casting desk today instead of racing.
Yeah, indeed. So I'm used to you racing, to be honest, as we got 18 drivers raring to go on this racetrack, and at the moment it's quite a dry track at the moment, so it's probably a relief to some of the drivers. Every single driver though is probably going out, so that's quite interesting. So I expect it to be a busy first part of the qualifying session, as the standings looked as follows. We've got Makenda, who is joint top of the standings alongside Mr. Bottas gang in the Sauber as well, but obviously Makenda was a more consistent driver, so he is in the lead of that. I think that's how it works. And then obviously we got loads of other people nipping at their heels as well. So Bottas gang getting the most poles, so I wonder how Makenda's going to do tonight to challenge that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as we see a draw at the top of the championship. We have Bottas Gang and Makenda. Obviously, Makenda with less DNFs than Bottas Gang, which I'm assuming that's why he is visually at the top of the tables. But we also have many quick drivers in the form of, we have Cryptic, who's doing well in the championship, as well as many other drivers. And I think it's going to be a close battle at Silverstone. It's the home track for a couple of drivers, home track for me and you. And I think it's going to be an interesting battle today with a fast sweeping circuit with many DRS zones to make overtakes.
Yeah, definitely. The two DRS zones in question is one at the Wellington straight in towards Brooklands, and one which I'm riding on board with Bottas gang going in towards Stowe is the two DRS straights, and I could possibly see a lot of overtakes going to Stowe tonight. I can feel it. That is where we'll probably see the most. And usually that works out well for the drivers because it helps them go into the next set of corners to possibly start their lap as well. As I think Cryptic's just about to start a lap. We've also got everyone else starting on their laps as well. And only one person in the pits. And I'm going to throw you on the spot, Kai. You know these drivers because obviously you've raced most of them before. Who do you think's going to be top three in qualifying?
See, that's an interesting one because there's many drivers. You've got to put Bottas Gang at the top of the tables. And then I'm going to go Cryptic, then Makenda.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do same top three, but I'm going to put Bottas Gang and Makenda's top two with Cryptic top three. So, yeah, you kind of almost nicked my prediction, but I had to spice things up there. And you can't rule out Pavel either. Pavel was absolutely fantastic last week. It was a Toro Rosso 1-2 and 1:26.9 already from the Toro Rosso driver. So looking very impressive. I actually need to try and find someone to go on board with a hot lap. I think I'm a bit too late to do that. Because Chaos has moved out the way for Mario there. He's about to start his hot lap as well. And quite a few people haven't got points this season, so hopefully some of these guys, well, Mario did well last week as well, so I'm going to follow him as long as he doesn't invalidate. I'm just going to do something with my settings because I just realised that I've got this on, which I shouldn't really, because otherwise it'll lag my PC a little bit. There we go. So I probably won't get the yellow flags anymore, but that's all right. Is there anyone you want to go on a hot lap?
I think there's been quite a few drivers that have set a lap already. It's interesting to see that Motocross has set a lap on the hards. Which does that mean that he's going to try and quali on the mediums to go longer at the start?
That is possible because don't forget, guys, if you are if you're inside the top 10, you'll have to start on the tyre that you set your fastest lap on, and usually that is most people will go on the soft. But I've seen motocrosser in the last few weeks go for the alternate strategy, and it pays off for motocrosser sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. So I'm not really surprised that he's done that. I think he thinks he's not going to get a good qualifying session, and it's a pretty good lap on the hard, so we shall see. But obviously we've got 12 minutes left, and I guess he may just want to have a feel for the track first, go on the hards and then go on the mediums. I don't think the hards will be used at all today unless they have an accident, because the hards can technically go to the full race distance, whereas the mediums will be in punch territory for you that last that long. So I don't know, I'm guessing Motocrosser is not confident on the track, and I guess he wants to have a feel of it at the moment.
Yeah, I think that might be right as he dives into the pits now. Maybe just getting a couple of laps on the tyres, seeing how the car reacts with the hardest compound we have available to us around the circuit. As you can see, Gang setting fastest time. Not really a surprise there. Only 2 tenths behind him, though, is Set 911. One person who we didn't mention in the top 3. Do you think he may be a contender, as we can see him in the top 3 already? Even though it's early on in the session, that's a decent time to be only 2 tenths off Gang.
Yeah, definitely. I got to say, Kai, I think there's someone that I forgot to mention as well. I pretty much underestimated him a lot. I think I underestimated a lot of drivers, and he's one of those hit and miss drivers. There's some tracks that he really does like, and there's some tracks where he doesn't like. And I can see, obviously, this is one of the Mercedes tracks in real life, which is really, really good, actually, for the Mercedes drivers. And the home fans are hoping that Set can put on a good performance today, which he is at the moment. And I did speak to the drivers before the start of the race, and possibly we could see, we already have predictions that we could go into the 126.7s. Bottas's already there, but we did see Bottas could get into the 126.1s, but that was a bit overestimating some people. But you never know. We'll have to wait and see. It's the times right now. Let me just look at the times. There's the lead gap to first and second, 1 tenth. So yeah, I think we're every week I always mess up my predictions and get it wrong. So I think this could be one of those weeks, Kai.
Yeah, and we put Makenda in our top 3, even though, as I said, it's early on in the session. He's sitting down in 8th with a 27.4. That may have just been a reference lap or a banker lap, not wanting to make a mistake, getting a lap on the board just in case he messes up his hot laps. But as you can see, he's on his out lap right now, and from the way he's chucking the car through the corners on this out lap, he does look pretty confident with the car.
Yeah, he does. I mean, I think this is one of his favourite tracks, and I guess he wants to get a good result. And he's got the good momentum. He's in the championship, so I guess he wants nothing more than a top 3 today on the podium. If he gets less than that, it's not going to help him. And due to that result last week with the Toro Rosso, they're on top of the championship as well. So they'll probably be helping each other a lot. As we're just going to go on board with Makenda with our lap of the session, as we're going to do it as he's in the championship leader, and we haven't followed him this season, so we may as well. So going through turn 1, most of the track you can go mostly full throttle, whereas there's some tracks you can't, around 70%. As you take it down to second gear here, going through these right-hander, then you're going to go into the Wellington straight here, the first DRS straight. Let's see how quick he could react to the DRS straight. He does react pretty quickly there as he's going for the power in ERS mode 4, which I strongly advise if you're going on the straights to go in overtake mode, and then in the corners hot lap mode, as he now goes in just past Brooklands now, as he goes into the back straight here, heading through Cox. Is probably where we'll see a few people try for an overtake, but not as many in the race. And you're now going to go through the tricky Maggots and Beckett's and Chapel section coming up for you right now. If you go and make a mistake once, then that's it. It completely ruins the S section. And he seems to be very, very confident, as you were saying earlier. And he's going to get a little bit of a tow from Ron in the Red Bulls. He kindly moves out of the way as Makenda goes through Stowe now. I didn't see if he was purple sector 1 and 2. Oh, he made a mistake. He spun. And that continues my curses of hot laps, Kai. So, yeah. Sorry, Makenda.
We have Pavel setting the fastest lap though, 26.5, 2 times quicker than Gang. That's a very quick time, as you can see. Makenda just limping back to the pits, trying not to get any more trouble than he's already in. But that did look like a pretty solid lap up until that mistake. So you never know, that might have been pole, might not have been. We'll never know. But yeah, Pavel, that's a very solid lap time from him. I wasn't expecting that, and he's just came out to prove us all wrong.
Yeah, I like his helmet, by the way. He's got a bit of pink on him, and I like a bit of pink. But anyway, Pavel didn't actually get points until quite late on in the season, and he's starting to be more consistent now. He's starting to get points in most races, which is great to see. I mean, to be honest, there was a few times where I cursed him and jinxed him So I've avoided to try and say too much in his races, and he gets good results. So he's on the softs right now. Pretty much everyone is on the softs at the moment, apart from Motocross and Chaos. So Pavel's going to go into the pits now. We've got Cryptic, who is just about to go through start of sector 2 now. I'm just seeing if anyone else is crossing the line. We've got a Toro Ross. That's Makenda probably going into the pit. No, Pavel going into the pit lane. We've got Set, who is, I think, going into the pit as well. Yes, he is. And I think a Haas is going into the pit. Like, everyone is pretty much going into the pit. So I'll just follow someone who is not, which is most likely Mario, as he goes through Maggots and Beckett's now into the tight, twisty section of the circuit. 6 minutes later, we're coming up to the crucial part of the session. It is all to play for, Kai.
Yeah, as Ben would call it, someone who is driving for us, Raggy. It's the calm before the storm right now. I think we're going to see.
You nicked it off me.
I think we're going to see quite a few drivers coming into the pits right now, preparing themselves for the final hot lap, which will be. I think we'll see drivers coming out around 3 minutes, 2 minutes left of the session, trying to avoid all the traffic. But at the end of the session, that's when it's most busy, and that's when we're most likely to see people throwing down the gauntlet and putting everything into it.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's why most people are going to do that, and obviously it will evolve towards the end, so it's best to set a lap as you just about cross the line. But sometimes you may be a bit worried that it may be too little too late. So, again, it's quite a short race if you think about it. 27 laps, I believe, or 29. I can't remember how many laps. I think it's 27. And obviously, you need to time it well enough to get into the pits on your next lap and then get out as quickly as you can to be one of the last people to set a lap time. So that's why quite a few people on Nat Valu's quite early out of the pit lane. I guess it's going to be his only lap as well. Keyboard Madness, we talked about this before stream. That is someone to watch out for. Someone that I wasn't expecting to do well is fourth in the standings. So it just goes to show consistency is key.
Yeah, I think we completely counted him out. Didn't really pay attention to him. But as you can see, he's currently 12th on his out lap for the softs. Do you think he's went out a bit earlier in case he makes a mistake on his first lap, so he always has that backup lap after, as I think that's DePayne's just improved to the 26.7 3.2. So he has just pipped Boss Gang by 2.9 thousandths of a second.
Wow, I was not. DePayne hasn't got any points yet, so the confidence that he needs going into this race, I haven't seen him at all much this season, really. I think this is the first time I'll be commentating him, so well done to him. What a good comeback drive from him. And obviously, he's in the Ferrari, he wants to beat the other teams, and yeah, that is. Wow, I was not expecting that. I mean, the people that I weren't expecting to be in the top 3 are in the top 3, so fair play, but it just goes to show this tier is mega close. You never know who's going to win each week, and that is why I like this tier so much in a European Racing Series, of course. And you never know who's going to do well as DePayne's cut the corner. Interesting.
Yep. And I'm currently sitting on board with Bottas Gang, and he's set a purple sector 1, and this lap is looking really quick as he's set purple sector 2 as well. Is he going to be able to pull out a full house and get purple sector 3 as well? That is going to be the question that is on everyone's lips right now as he is coming down into the final couple of corners. He comes around the left, round the right of Club, coming down onto the straight. What lap time is he going to be able to do? It's looking quick. What? And yes, it is a 26.1. You were saying that Boss Gang was going to struggle to do that lap time, and he must have heard you say that just to prove you wrong.
You definitely proved me wrong, Kai, that's for sure. I can't even get into the 126s around Britain, and let alone early 126s. I mean, Bottas Gang, bravo. I think it's going to take guts for everyone to beat that, I think we'll probably see a lot of people retire, almost certainly, but if I was Makenda and someone who's challenging for the championship, I would see this as an opportunity to try and beat that. But you know, Boas Gang is almost hitting nearly esports territory because we're seeing the esports guys going to the 125. So, you know, I mean, we could see him in a top tier VRS in maybe next season. I won't be surprised if he does, to be honest, because that was an insane lap.
Yeah, I think fully expect Boas Gang to be in tier 1 next season. Wouldn't be a surprise if I see him in there. Maybe even AOR. Wouldn't surprise to see him in a high tier there. But it looks like Ron has crashed out or retired. So we might be happy with that lap time. With 1 minute 30 left to go, sorry. Everyone is on a hot lap or on an out lap. Oh, and that's a spin from Depain. Depain has spun. Oh, and he loses it again. Oh, that's a quick reset to track.
Yeah, that is actually. Wow. And some reason my control disconnected. There we go. And yeah, Depain. I mean, I think he won't have time to set another lap. I don't think. Actually, no. He was just on his out lap.
Yes.
He's just on his out lap. Thank the Lord about that. So he has a chance to go again. It's going to be a tough order, though, isn't it, Kai?
Yeah, it's going to be a very tough order, and it's going to be a very interesting race. I think we're going to see a lot of action as the pain goes very, very wide.
Yeah,
that was an interesting line, and so was that.
Yeah, he just wants to get into the. He just wants to set his lap quickly. As long as he doesn't cut the corner when he goes to club, he should be fine. I think you're allowed to do that. I'm not entirely sure, as I think Keyboard Madison's left the session. That is not good, as Pavel is on a lap right now, I believe, as he goes through sector 1. He's 10 thousandths quicker than his previous best, but not enough to get Boas Gang. Oh! That, he hit the wall just a little bit there, and that is not going to be improvement from Pavel there. I think the only people that can improve are Set, Cryptic, and possibly Makenda, as I'm trying to see who's going to cross the line first. We've got a Renault, which is most likely going to be Cryptic. Yes, it is. So let's follow him as he goes through just past Stone into Club and Val now as he approaches the final 2 corners. We haven't seen what he's like on the previous sectors, so let's see if he can do enough. It is a 126.6. It puts him in P3. Decent, solid lap time from him. Where's Makenda? Makenda's in the pits. And I think Set is going through... Maggot's just gone through Chapel, and he's about to set his final lap time now as everybody else is out. And looking at his set times, I don't think he's going to improve. And there's quite a few people that have retired, so they pretty much don't think they're going to improve on Boas Gang's lap time. But you never know, they could get way up the order as Set is crossing the line now. Can he improve on his time? We'll have to wait and see. It's a 126.8. And he improves by 25,000. So I don't think he improves on position, but he improves on time. Raggy's retired. And Practice goes into the pits. What about Valou? I think he's the last person out. He's 3/10 quicker, but that's not enough for pole. So I think our pole sitter is going to be the same. It is Boas Gang.
Yeah, and Depain just ran very wide around the last couple of corners. And surprisingly, it wasn't an invalidation. He goes a 6 and is able to snatch up P3 by 3 thousandths of a second. Jeez, that's close.
That is close. I mean, that is insane. I mean, I think the top 9 are separated by 8/10, and the top 10 are separated by pretty much a second. So fair play to these guys. If this is what it's going to be like in the race, then fasten your seatbelts, because we are going to be in for a crazy race right now. So this should be very, very exciting. But watch out for Pavel. He's good on race pace, whereas Boas Gang has retired the last few races. So you know, this is where we could see Pavel really start to shine a little bit. But it'll be up to Boas Gang to really start to floor it when he goes on the start line. But knowing him, he'll probably do that anyway. But I'm going to try and not jinx him today, because I've jinxed him a few times, and that's why he retired. So seeing as you're the guest, Kai, I'll let you take us through quali results.
Yep, so it looks like pretty much everyone is on the softs. So we have Boas Gang on pole, and then Pavel on the front row. Then second row is Depain and Cryptic. Third row is going to be Zora and Ron. Fourth row is going to be Set and TX. And then fifth row is going to be Mario and Makenda. And then sixth row, Hydro, Dan, Terrorim. 7th row is going to be Keyboard Magnuson and Practice. 8th row is going to be Motocrosser and Raggy. 9th row is going to be Valu and Cahox. And I think that was the grid.
Yeah, you did it. that
Just
was
in time.
good. That was good timing. So we're about to. I haven't actually asked about the weather actually, so it's gonna be different. But I'm guessing I had no complaints in the Discord chat, so that means yep, it is quite overcast actually, not as sunny as I thought it was gonna be, but. That means that the one-stop strategy is most likely going to be in play, either soft to mediums or mediums to soft. Most people do soft to mediums, which could last a bit long here. I'm going to ask the same as I did in quali. Who's going to be top 3 for the race, Kai?
Ooh, I think I'm going to have to go for Bottas Gang. Makenda is out of the question. I'm still going to keep Cryptic in my top 3. And then I'm going to put the pain in there.
Oh, so you've gone for a bold prediction there. Nice, I like it. Right, so I'm gonna go slightly different because Bottas Gang hasn't been consistent in the races recently, and if I put him first, he's probably gonna retire. So I'm gonna say him a favour. I'm gonna put Cryptic for the win. Bottas Gang second, and I'm going to put Pavel third. I think he's good at race pace at the moment, and I think he could snatch that podium. So that's my prediction. We got some similar predictions here. We like this. So top 11 is on the soft. So Hydra is one of the 4 drivers outside the top 10 to opt for the softs, and we got Value and Chaos and Practice opted for the softs, and we've got Terraworm, Keyboard Randerson, Motocrosser and Raggy opted for the mediums. But yeah, it should be interesting because usually mixed strategies make the races very interesting. But we'll have to wait and see. We've got 26 laps ahead of us. It is anyone's game here, and I think I don't think my prediction is gonna be right. I think it's probably gonna change the order, but we're sticking to it now, and I think it's gonna be a good race.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one. I think you have a good shout on the grid there. Any one of our predictions could be right, but you know what F1's like. Our predictions will get messed up all over the place, and it'll be some random driver from down in 15th or 16th that takes the win. You know what it's like. As we do have a couple of people that have been disqualified from the formation lap who are sitting on the grid right now.
Oh, yeah,
that does mean, I think that is
a Mercedes and a Red Bull.
I think it's Set and Ron.
Yeah, let me have a look. Yeah, yes, it is Ron. Yeah, it is Ron. Yeah, so you're all right on that front. So everyone is going on to their grid spot now, as they're all doing it quite quickly, actually, which is good, which means their tyres are not going to get as cold. Speaking of that, we're waiting for a Mercedes, by the looks of things, and a Alfa and a Ferrari to go onto the grid. And Chaos is going to be the last person on the grid. So we're about to get the 5 red lights race underway then. So here we go then. Bottas Gang is on pole. Pavel alongside. Who's going to get the cleaner getaway into turn 1? Let's see. The 5 lights are on. And we are underway. And it looks like a pretty decent start from both of them. But looks like Cryptic's got a good start as well. As Pavel might have dropped a little bit. Depane's dropped down to 4th. Cryptic up to 3rd. Bottas Gang, easy start there. Zorro now up to 4th place as well. This is going to be the tricky time. Oh, there's a clear contact
and there's
already.
A spin.
That's Depane. That's Depane that spun. He's all the way down in 14th place. But we've seen some big gainers already as Raggy from 16th is up into 8th place. I mean, where did that start come from? I mean, he wasn't confident about Britain, but I guess he could get his confidence up now. He's usually the one who usually gets involved in incidents. Usually not his fault, though. But this time and the luck was in his favour, but other big gainers as well. Let me just look. I know I don't usually look until lap 3, but Tailworm and Practice has gained Chaos after starting last. He's gained 7 positions, so that's great to see. And Cryptic is looking like he's going to challenge Pavel for a move, Kai, soon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. You can see Cryptic just looking at the back of that Toro Rosso. Pavel did try to make a move into the first couple of corners. unfortunately wasn't able to make it stick. But Cryptic, but you can see Zoro very close behind. It's actually very close between the top 5. I was expecting them to spread out a bit more than they are. You know, the top 5 spread out a little bit on the first couple of laps, but the midfield normally packs up a little bit of a mistake from Pavel around the final corner, which does mean that Cryptic has gained to only 2 tenths behind, not even a tenth now. As it looks like the times are going all over the place. As the Zoro makes a very deep corner, and that's going to be interesting. It might even lose him time.
Yeah, well, I think so as well. That's unfortunate due to the fact that he had a good start, and then it's not about where you start, it's about where you finish. So that's what Zoro's got to really consider right now. As we've got yellow flag in sector 2. It's Cryptic! It's Cryptic, he spun!
Oh
no, he spun in. It looks like he spun in. I'm trying to figure out. Just at the start of Brooklands. That was sad. I think there's no damage though, but yeah, there goes my jinx once again, I'm afraid, ladies and gentlemen.
It was both of us.
Yeah, it was, no, but I predicted him to win.
Oh gosh. Anyways.
So yeah, I shouldn't predict winners at all because usually they spin. But anyway, he's down in 14th, but he's gonna hope for a safety car.
Yep, yeah. And it looks like Zoro's up into P2. What's happened to Pavel?
I don't know. What has happened to Pavel? He might have lost it a little bit. It might have been around Wellington Straight area that he got overtook, and I'm not entirely sure. But where did that few laps come from Zoro? He's already flooring it from TX right now. TX, that's another person I didn't speak about, but TX has had a good couple of races as well. He's looking good right now as well. Chaos gained another position from practice. He's on a flyer as well, up 9 positions, up into 9th place right now. Set is going to try and make a move, and Ron has spun in. I forgot what corner name it is. I don't know. I think it was just past Dabby or something. But yeah, that is a difficult corner to get right, and unfortunately he got it wrong, so he's down in 50th place. Quite a few people in the pit. Hydra, he had to pit as well, so I think he had front wing damage, but everyone else is keeping it relatively clean right now. As Practice gets past the motocrosser in the Mercedes, and they still got to go side by side. This is a good battle. I mean, good racing from the pair of them, and Keyboard Madison might come to it as well, but he's going to back off at the moment. I think DRS is enabled, don't forget, this lap, so this is where we'll probably see the first lot of overtakes going into Stowe Corner then, as obviously Keyboard Madison is looking to gain some more points, as there's a battle happening at near towards in the midfield as well, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. But Keyboard Madison, he's going to try and get a run on the outside. My oh my, they're just about leaving as much space as they possibly can. We have got Terra making the move past Raggy, and we've got Keyboard Madison making the move past Motocrosser, and Chaos makes the move past Practice. There's just so many battles happening, Kai. It's just too much to keep track of.
Yeah, it's a very hectic race going on right now, as we see many moves being made all over the place. But Barsgang has a 3-second lead already, and there's only 4 laps in. So is this dominant performance gonna keep going as we see a bit of a battle between TX and Zoro? But watch out for Pavel. Pavel is right behind. Is he gonna be able to get the both of them? That does mean that TX, and he's gonna go 3 wide. They're gonna go 3 wide. What's gonna go here? And it looks like TX is going to be able to hold it, but Pavel's still trying to go around the outside. Will he be able to get the undercut on Zoro? Zoro with the little bit of oversteer out at the corner, and it does look like Pavel is able to secure P3.
Pavel, what a move from him. What a comeback from him as well after a horrible start from the Toro Rosso driver. He means business here today. He wants to get Toro Rosso points in the constructors and wants to be best of the rest, as it seems, which he's going to try to do, and he's now 4 tenths behind TX. We got a yellow flag in sector 2, which was Mario, who spun in. It looks like coming up to just near Cops, so that's unfortunate. As Pavel trying to defend from Zoro into Stowe. He's going to try and have a look on TX, maybe. I don't know if we had a random person that just joined. Oh my god, looks like Zoro or something has got desync, because they were going on top of me or top of the cars or something. But we're going to ignore that for the time being. Oh my god! But hopefully they should be fine as they battle it through these next straight as well. So I think the biggest loser I have to say is DePayne. He's dropped down 14. Cryptic down 8. Ron down 8. Mario down 6. Makenda down 6 and Hydra down 7. We got another yellow flag. It is Alpha and Mayo. That is Balu, who's spun in. I'm just trying to figure. He spun it a similar place to what the Red Bull was earlier on. So yeah, that was really sad as well. I'm guessing his tyres are. He's struggling with his tyre temp, or maybe his setup. Maybe he's chosen the wrong setup, which is hard to get the right setup, and he's lost a bit of his front wing as well. So that's why he's struggling a little bit.
Yeah, we can see a bit of a battle between Raggy, Chaos, and Terrorworm right now. And there's a battle up in the mid-pack though. Pavel's made a mistake. What's happened there? Was that a spin or was there contact?
I don't know. I think there might have been a spin because there was a yellow flag, but we also see a yellow flag up behind as well. But that's probably just people moving out of the way. But yeah, I swear I'm not going to talk about the good things about Pavel now because he's dropping everywhere. So that's it now. But joking. But anyway, he's down into 5th. He's not loving life at the moment, and he's got the likes of obviously Terrorworm catching and also Raggy as well. So these guys are going to be nipping out their heels and practice as well. Just look at that train going behind him. We've got 5 or 6 cars following Pavel right now. So this is going to be absolutely intense. All it takes is one car to make a mistake and it just causes everyone else to fall through as well. So, you know, Pavel must be under pressure right now, Kai.
Yeah, he must be under massive pressure right now, as we can see. Ooh, there's a bit of a contact between Chaos and Raggy. It looks like Chaos tried to send a bit of a dive on Raggy on the exit of the corner, on the exit of the hairpin, sorry, whilst Raggy was still on the racing line. So that does mean that practice is going to have a little to go. Is he going to be able to make it past, though? He's going to try and go for the undercut. Is it possible? No, it isn't.
Nope, it's not there. So Chaos has lost a bit of time there from battling those two. And Chaos is a guy who likes to go for risks. And unfortunately, that risk did not pay off there as Chaos got a penalty. Another person has left the session. I didn't see who quite what it was. Hopefully, we can get him back in the session momentarily. But all this battling is allowing... oh, look at this. Raggy has just got past Terrorworm. Yeah, it was Terrorworm because Raggy breezes past Terrorworm in the McLaren and... up into P6 now, so hopefully Terrorworm can... Oh, and there's a Renault that's spun in turn 1, and I think that was Mario. Yeah, that was Mario, so another victim... Actually, no, it wasn't turn 1, it was Cops. I'm trying to get used to it, because I'm watching iRacing stuff as well, where Cops is turn 1. It is quite tricky, but we'll get the hang of it.
Is it just me, or is Terrorworm ghosting?
No,
because it seems like everyone's driving through him.
He's disconnected, Kai. He's disconnected. Because I saw him leave the I saw someone leave the session, and I was just saying it was Terrorworm. So, yeah, he is. Oh, that's a shame. That after his good start, he's now down in 11th. Just please, someone who's. I don't think he's not going to get an invite for quite a while unless someone retires. So. That is really hard work undone, which is a bit of a shame. Same for Cryptic as well. But I'll allow Crypt to try and get some points. And he might even get P7 after all of this. As Keyboard Madison, I think, just got past Motocrosser. He's up in... no, he hasn't. It's the timings having a bit of an issue. He's up into 9th place right now. So we will see at some point the soft runners in about a few laps' time. They may opt to go for the medium compounded tyres for their one and only stop as well. I'm just seeing we've got 4 people out who pitched already are on the hard, so looks like they're not going to do any stops at all and go to the end because the hards could just last forever around this track.
Yes, the hards can last quite a while, but you've got to remember that the hards, they also have their limitations within pace, which is a massive problem. As Car Freak Sim RC just joined. Don't know who that is. As we have our first pit, which is Pavel pits from the soft. What tyres is he going to go onto though? He's going to go onto the mediums, Will they be able to make it to the end though, as he is pitted so early?
Maybe. I don't know, but I have seen people pit at this stage in a few races I've commentated, and they did it absolutely fine, but the last few laps was a bit difficult for them, so we'll watch out for him. Maybe he wants to do the undercut to try and get his rivals to respond. You never know, but we'll see what his first few laps on the mediums are, and see if he can improve on his times as well. Because obviously the top three, they haven't pitted yet. Because obviously that lap 9 to 11 is probably where we'll see people pit for the medium compounded tyres, the ones who are on the softs anyway, and which is going to be Bottas, TX, Zoro, Set, Chaos, Practice, Cryptic, Ron and Mario, whereas everybody else is either pitted or on the mediums. Has Zoro and TX for having a cheeky battle there, going through to Stowe. Zoro's got P2 out of all of this. Great move from the Racing Point driver, as he's going to try and catch up to Boasgang, but he's probably not going to, because Boasgang is way ahead. But let's see if TX can get the run across the line. He's not. So Zoro is already pulling ahead already from TX. So, you know, a great move from him. And TX is going to be under pressure from Set now.
Yep, and it's going to be interesting to see if Pavel was able to pull off the undercut, which I'm assuming that is what he's trying to attempt. But that does mean that Ragias came all the way from 16th and up into P5 right now.
He's going to hope for a safety car.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but we're not. I've commentated on quite a few Britain races, and there's hardly any safety cars. And Mario's out of the session, set to 3. That is at the start-finish straight by the looks of things. Is anyone going through the start-finish straight now that I can follow? I don't think so. So, yeah, that's sad. I think he might have retired from the pit lane. Because I don't think... Yeah, it's on the pit lane, so no safety cars. So, if I timed that right, that would have been weird, but it's not. So, yeah, I think he's either had enough or he went on the wrong tyres. I don't know. But, yeah, it was the pits, because obviously it says 0 lap old mediums, and so... yeah, we got more trouble. Oh, no, it's just yellow flags due to Mario's retirement, or it might be something else as well. I did see
Boasgang's in the pits.
Boasgang's in the pits. I did see an Alpha somewhere slowing down, and it was Boasgang. So here we go. Then the first of the leaders to pit. Set is following suit as well. Will Practice and Chaos do the same as well. We can see Boasgang's tyres are starting to fade away a little bit on the left-hand side anyway, so I think it's the right decision for him. He's onto the mediums as well by the looks of things. A clean pit stop from him, he would like that, and we'll see if he gets it. I think he's going to be comfortably ahead of Pavel right now, so he should be absolutely fine. So we'll see where he comes out now, because he's got to enjoy the factors of traffic, because he doesn't want to get held up in traffic, because otherwise his rivals might take advantage of that. Luckily, I think he's got clean air, so he's going to try and pull some decent laps in before the other guys pit, which is really going to help him, Kai.
Yeah, unfortunately, Pavel's undercut didn't really pay off as much as he wanted it to. But Boasgang dropped down to P9, but remember, the 8 people in front of him still have to pit, though. Keyboard Magnussen has made his way up into 6th, as it looks like he's made a place. He's chasing down Chaos in front. Will he be able to... Chaos goes quite wide, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Made a little mistake, as he has lost a bit of time to the Haas behind him. What is he going to be able to do a little bit? Chaos is struggling on these softs right now.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, that's very... makeshift track limits from Keyboard Magnussen right there. Is he going to go for the move? He keeps locking up into the corners, which is not ideal right now.
No, it's not. But one person you got to keep an eye on, Kai, is the guy behind Keyboard Magnussen, Motocrosser. He is flying right now. He's looking for an opportunity to pounce as well, as everyone else who was on the soft tyres is pitting right now. So we got Zoro, TX, Practice, and Chaos going into the pits right now. So that will be it for the ones who have started on the soft. The ones who will still yet to pit will be the ones on the medium compounded tyres. So the likes of Raggy, Keyboard Magnussen, Motocrosser, and Tailworm. And by the looks of things, good news, Kai, Tailworm is now back in the session. So that's a relief.
Yeah, that's good. Motocrosser, nice move down the straight with DRS. A sitting duck was Keyboard Magnussen. Nice move though, as we can easily see that Bottas Gang is going to regain the lead with his current strategy.
Yeah.
Yellow flag in sector 3 though, what's happened there?
I don't know. I couldn't really see. I think it was just probably people being out of the way. But the person that was near the sector 3 was either a Ferrari or Alpha. No, it was an Alpha, so it might be Valley who on the hard. I don't know. It might be just. There's quite a few people that might be a lap down already, so they may be just people letting people through. As Keyboard Magnussen may have a go at another move on Motocrosser then. But he's running out of VRS. I don't think he's going to challenge the move right now. Unless he goes for the dive bomb. Nope, he is not. He is staying behind for now, and he's going to try and save a bit more so he can get them on the next couple of laps or so, because Keyboard Magnussen wants to be ahead of Motocrosser going into the pit stops. And we've got the likes of Tailworm, who's got clean air ahead, so he should be fine as well. I do see some dark clouds, so we could see a change of the weather pretty soon, but we've seen in a few races in ERS and around here where the rain does come, but the rain just does not settle, so you never know. But I think it's going to be alright for now, but we'll have to wait and see. So, yeah, Keyboard Magnussen, it is nothing to lose for Keyboard Magnussen, but for Motocrosser, he's got a lot to lose if he doesn't defend from the charging Haas right now.
And for everyone who's watching who isn't aware, and it hasn't been too obvious, that Keyboard Magnussen is playing on actual keyboard, as you can see from his steering movements down the straight and his braking and acceleration. So if that wasn't clear enough, I've just made sure that was level ground.
Yeah, I can actually tell from the way that he's moving his wheel and obviously his acceleration as well, but fair play. I mean, he's fourth in the standings on the keyboard. Just goes to show you don't have to be on a pad or wheel to be good. I mean, Keyboard Magnussen must have had a lot of practice, I must say, but fair play to be in the second tier of VRS and the keyboard, so well done to him. Is he going to try a bit of a lock-up from Keyboard Magnussen? But surely Keyboard Magnussen will pit earlier than everybody else due to the fact that obviously the rears will probably start to lose it on the keyboard more than the pad and the wheel due to his input. So and the same for people on the wheel as well. The rears will go more than the fronts for the tyres anyway. It just depends on what setup you're running and obviously what rig you have as well. So that should be interesting. I'm just seeing what other battles we got. We got TX and Set a battle for position then going into the start-finish straight. Don't forget, no DRS around here. They removed it a few years ago. TX is going to try and go for the centre. He was looking for it, but he doesn't want to take any risks. As Set goes a bit deep there, as TX I think is going to have a great run going into the Wellington straight here. Is he going to get the DRS flap open nice and early? Yes, he does. He's on overtake mode. He's got plenty of ERS here. Set's going to try and close the door on him and say, see you later. And that's what he does. Brilliant defending from Set. But he's also got to remember that Zoro, he's attacking Zoro as well. So he's on the attack and the defense as well. That must be tricky to do in these sort of situations, Kai.
Yeah, it's a very difficult situation that sets in, especially with the very little amount of ERS that he has compared to the other two drivers. As it looks like TX has just made a bit of a mistake out of the corner. I don't know if he just didn't push as hard as the others around the corner, but he has lost quite a bit of time as Pavel picks up his second 3-second time penalty for corner cutting and various warnings. As DePayne picks up his second penalty that I've seen. Loads of people getting penalties, and I don't think we're going to be able to keep up on them.
Yeah, I don't think so as well. I usually wait until the end, but sometimes if people ask for it, I go for it. So, yeah. But, yeah, we're on lap 14. We're pretty much halfway into this race so far. So far, in the net lead is Bottas Gang with a 10.3 second lead, which is pretty good from the Alfa Romeo. I mean, he's Mr. Dominant for a reason. I pray to God that he actually finishes this race because he's been having bad luck as of late. And by the looks of things, he's going to extend his lead in the championship. So obviously, Bekenda and Bottas Gang are both tying on points. They won't be tying on points due to the mistake that Bekenda has done. Azora and Seti are going to go side by side into Brooklands. My oh my, this is going to be very tight if Zora gets the move done. looks like Set holds on to P6 for now, but Zoro has caught Set napping there, and Set had to respond very quickly as well. TX is on the same distance right now, but this is going to get interesting as TX has made a mistake, a little bit of a swerve there, but he saved that just in time. I don't know how he did it, but great stuff for not actually bidding the car there, because that would have been a disaster from the Williams driver, Kai.
Yeah, that was a big mistake from TX. You could see he was feathering the throttle, trying to regain control as Keyboard Magnussen goes in pit. But that does mean that Zoro and Set are still battling. I don't know how Set is able to battle without the ERS that he has.
I mean, fair play to him right now. I mean, he started third or fourth and he's dropped down a little bit, but looks like he may keep that if he can get that move past Zoro, because technically he's a net P3 right now, which is insane from the Mercedes driver. So you're going to try, there's a little bit of a risk if you do a move across there. There's a red ball that spun into, looks like Club, which was Ron. So Ron has spun there, and he lost a bit of time on those mediums, which is not going to help him there. And Keyboard Magnussen has just got behind Practice, so there's going to be a battle there. Don't forget, the softest compounder tyre Keyboard is on, and it's going to be insanely quick compared to the mediums. He's going to go for the run just into Brooklands. He's not giving up, is he? He's going to try onto the inside line. Very, very clean from both of them. They're still going to go side by side. I think Practice, is going to concede a position, I'm afraid, as Keyboard Magnussen up into 11th place. This is really going to help him. We could see Keyboard Magnussen into the points. I think the ones on the mediums are gonna have some decent points if they keep this up, as Raggy is in the pit lane. And his motocross is going to go into the pits. No, he is not, so he's staying out. So Raggy going for the undercut there. And Tailworm stays out as well. So a mixture of medium going into the pit lane. But obviously that will mean Bottas Gang will be P2 on track. Actually, no, P3 on track, because obviously Tailworm has still yet to pit as well. So almost everyone has pitted. And this will get things even more interesting. Where will Raggy come out, though? This is a very long pit exit. And I think there's a yellow flag set to 3. And that's just probably blue flagged. He is going to come out in P9, just ahead of Chaos. So that is pretty good. And he's not that far behind Cryptic either. So he's come out at a very good position there.
Yeah, that's actually a really good position he's came out. As we see a bit of battling between TX. Oh, TX goes very wide. And that does mean that Pavel gets through. This is a 5-way battle. We have Zoro, Set, Pavel, and TX all battling. Sorry, a 4-way battle. I can't count.
And I think TX had to, TX I think had to drop out of that battle. There was no way you could do 4 wide into Maggots and Beggots, couldn't you? So they had to save it a little bit there. But so that is TX now up down into 7th place, and Tailworm is into the pits now. Motocrosser stays out again. I think if the changing conditions are under threat, then Motocross could play this very, very well. He's probably going to wait just a little bit longer, but we'll have to wait and see. But again, we don't know the weather, the drivers do, so we'll just have to find out about that. So yeah.
Yeah, this is a really interesting battle right now. Tailworm pits, which does mean that Bottas Gang is second on track. TX looks like he really is struggling for time and struggling for pace on these tyres, especially through Maggots and Beckett's. As you can see, he's now driving up to the back of Pavel though. He's got the DRS open. He's got the slipstream. Will he be able to make a move? He's gonna try it. Pavel goes defensive.
Oh, Set and Zoro going for a move as well. They're going to try to, but Set had to back out of that one. This is insane, Kai. It feels like I'm watching the real life Grand Prix. This is great racing.
As they've just came out of Woodcote, we're now driving down to Cops just before Maggots and Beckett's, where TX doesn't look as strong as the others. You can see he's losing time already. Let's see what he's like through Maggots and Beckett's. He's just hanging on. through that for that DRS, but not really what you're going to be wanting right now if you those points.
And we got a yellow flag set too. We got a VSC, so I think it had something to do with a Haas and a Ferrari, and I'm just trying to see who that was. I think that was Hydra and DePayne. So again, they're on 14 or 15 lap old hard, so it's going to be a bit more tricky to get the car temperatures right, because obviously they're on worn hard, so it's going to be even more. So if I was motocrosser right now, I would be absolutely delighted. Actually, no, I wouldn't be delighted because it would have came out at the wrong time. But if you were near towards the pit lane, you would have had an opportunity to pit right now to get some good timing. Because the virtual safety car is going on for longer than I thought it was going to be. And here we go, DRS is enabled again, so we are back racing here in Silverstone. And Bottas Gang already 2 seconds behind motocrossers, so Bottas Gang will surely get the lead on track pretty soon. But that four-way battle kite, it is still going very, very strong here.
Yeah, as you can see, TX goes into gravel, which does mean that he's gonna lose that DRS, which does mean that unfortunately it does look like he might drop back from this.
That is a shame. That is a shame, Kai. He was running so well, keeping on the fight for those lot, but he's going to hope that everyone else doesn't make a mistake. And Pavel is back in this. Look at that. Just don't give up, he said, and he's not giving up as he's going through the hangar straight now. He's got less ERS compared to everyone, but Zoro is going to be more challenging for a move past there. A little bit of contact, but that is allowed. Let's see if Zoro could get past him, and he breezes past Set, and he's up into a net P2 on the circuit right now as Pavel is going to try and go for a move. What a move from Pavel. I mean, that was textbook stuff from him as he is now up into P4. And Set, is he going to try for a move into Abby? Nope, he is not. He has to settle for P5. But Pavel, well done, mate. Bravo. You get a brownie point from me.
That was lovely around the outside of Vale and Club. You don't see that very often, as Zoro is currently in P3 with Pavel behind. 8/10 is the gap. Set, is he going to look for a move? He looks to the inside. Will be able to make it. He has to back out and tuck in behind. He's going to be looking for an overtake every place possible. With 7 laps left of the race, I think it's going to start getting spicy.
Yeah, well, I think it is. So watch this space, guys. 7 laps to go with Bottas Gang leading this race, and he's going to get it on track. He's 2/10 behind, so let's see. He's got to get past now, otherwise he's going to get held up quite a lot, and he does. So he breezes past. He's now into the race lead on track and the net race lead. So he's now got to focus pretty much till the end of this race and not bottle it, because that is what lost him the race victory last week. So as long as he continues, that should be absolutely fine. We are probably not seeing things that Motocrosser is not seeing, because, or the other way around, because Motocrosser is hoping that there might be rain on the cars or a safety car, because why wouldn't he be on 19 lap old mediums? I mean, you can tell he's struggling a little bit with the way he's handling the car, but he's 15 seconds clear of Zoro, so I think he's allowed to take risk, and he's going to try to anyway. But as soon as he sees the gap start to go down drastically, I think that will be the time where Motocrosser has to pit.
And currently looking at the time between the drivers, it does look like he's going to drop down to like P10 or 11-ish.
Yeah.
Not really the optimal strategy he's on right now. 19 old mediums, it isn't the best tyres.
Nope, it's not. You could see, by the way, I'm going to follow him around Maggots and Beckett's and see how he handles the car that way, and you can already see that he is starting to struggle. He's hanging more to the left a little bit in that part of the corner, so I think he will probably have to pit right now if he has to. And if there was rain that does come, I think it's going to be too late to go onto the inters. So the best strategy for him is to pit now, go onto the soft tyres, try and get the fastest lap. You never know, you could get some a point maybe, and if you're in the top 10, that could really help you. But I guess he wants a lot higher than that. Has Cryptic and TX. Cryptic breezes past TX there. TX must be struggling as Cryptic is now up into P6. TX has got another man to worry about. He's got 4 other people to worry about. There's 3 on the softs and 1 on the mediums. But I think the soft runners are going to be under threat as Tailworm. He goes past Practice in the... Well, he's going to try and go past Practice in the racing point. They're going past the final sector now as Tailworm goes wide a little bit. As Practice goes past him again, he says, see you later. I mean, Tailworm softs must be feeling a bit hot right now. I think he's not used to them as much as the other drivers are at the moment, which is a bit of a shame right now, as all the other soft runners, which is Keyboard Madison's doing quite well in 10th place right now. As there's another battle happening right now. We've got Cryptic and Set. Can Set squeeze past Cryptic? No, he can't, so I think he has to wait until he gets to the hangar straight, I think. But it's not over yet for TX. He's still on the back of them.
Yes, still not over. Set half a second behind Cryptic. Cryptic's on a roll right now. We weren't expecting a charge like this late in the race. But Cryptic, he's now got his sights on Pavel in front. Will he be able to get P4? Maybe even a podium.
Oh, someone's got wide.
Pavel off.
Someone's gone off or something. Pavel's
That's
off.
Pavel.
So, yeah, that looked like he spun on his own. By the looks of things, I mean, it looked clean to me. And TX, he's going to try and get past Pavel now. I think it's going to be an easy move for him. Yes, it is. I mean, I don't think Pavel's got damage. He's going to... he wants to go for... I think he's taking too many risks at this stage. He's made a mistake. And he's also got Raggy right behind him as well. He's possibly going to challenge for a move in the next couple of corners, maybe. Not quite now. And you can see he's just locking up more times than Little, to be honest. But he's on older tyres, so that's probably why he's going to do that. And, you know, you can see he's sliding a little bit more. The conditions are getting more tricky. The tyres are getting colder on those mediums, so he must find it a little bit harder right now. This is Raggy's chance. He's right on the back of Pavel then into the Wellington. He's going to get to the inside, and I think that was an easy move for the Ragmeister, and he's up into P7 right now. And I don't know what the penalty situation is going to be, because obviously there are penalties to be added at the end of the race, and a few people want penalties, so we'll check that in a minute. TX is going to possibly get past Set. This is going to be an insane last couple of laps of this race, and it's not about the leaders at this stage, it's about the midfield, Kai.
Yeah, there's a lot of battling going on in the midfield, and you were talking about mistakes and risks earlier. I think one of those is Motocross's strategy, as he's still not come into the pits.
Oh, he's giving me a heart attack. Come on, pit. Oh, he's going to get disqualified. He's going to get disqualified if he doesn't pit. I mean, he must know. He must know that he needs to pit. I mean, there was a race I did on Thursday where I had to do a 2-stop strategy because it was a mandatory 2-stop, and the commentators were absolutely... I was giving them a heart attack because I wasn't pitting yet until like the last... probably last 5 or 6 laps, and Motocross is giving me the same heart attacks right now, so I know he's going to pit, hopefully anyway, because he knows Jeff must be telling him right now, otherwise he's going to get disqualified. So yeah, he is losing quite a lot of time right now. It was 14 seconds a few laps ago, now it's 9 seconds, so he's going to drop. I wish you can actually see what the time is dropped, but anyway, let's ignore that at the moment. TX is going to try and go for the move around the outside into to Set there, and he does it. What a move!
Yeah, great recovery drive from Set, as you can see earlier, but from great recovery drive from TX, sorry. As you can see, Set's trying to make him though, but it looks like TX has found the comfortable spot on his tyres. He has regained a lot of that energy, and he's now got 65% ERS that he can waste or use to try and pull away from the drivers, and maybe catching onto the back of Cryptic, he might even be able to get P4.
That'll be brilliant from TX's. Oh no, Tailworm is disconnected again. Oh, as we were hoping he was going to be here for the rest of the race, and yay, Motocross the pits. He won't be disqualified, and wait a minute. Do I see rain? Do I see rain? I do see rain. That has thrown a spanner in the works. I don't think it's going to be enough.
No, it's not Inters.
It's definitely not Inters. I mean, even if the rain gets harder, it's going to be too late. And I think Motocross was just waiting for that time to come. To be honest, I would have done it. I was the same, but probably not now due to his strategy. He's dropped it all the way into 12th place. I mean, you know, that is a bit of a shame there. And can you check penalty status, in particular the ones that are on battles right now?
I'll read out the penalties. So Hydrojan, has a 5-second penalty. We also have Chaos has a 3-second penalty. Motocrosser has a 3-second penalty. Zoro has a 3-second penalty. Chaos has another 3-second penalty. Pavel has a 3-second penalty. Hydrodan has another 3-second penalty. Motocrosser has another 3-second penalty. Hydrodan has another 3-second penalty. DePayne has a 10-second penalty. And Ron's retired from session. Was that a crash?
I don't know, but we're trying to see a battle going into Stone now between Raggy and Set. Let's see if he could go to the inside. He's not giving up. Oh, it's a bit of a sweeping move from Ben now. As Valu's retired from the session, he's going to be too late for a safety car, I think. So that's it there as Set trying to defend very nicely there. It's going to be a lot harder in these wet conditions. I mean, it's going to be really hard for Ben to try and overtake, but he's not giving up. I mean, he's on soft, so surely he's got to get past soon, but he's going to soon be on the same deficit as what the old medium compound tyre runners are running as well. So hopefully he's not going to push too much, but we shall see. He hasn't got enough ERS. He's trying to save a little bit. Can he get past? Nope. He's going to wait until the hanger's straight, but he's so much closer than Set right now. I mean, obviously, there's no penalties to worry about, as pretty much the top, quite a few people are keeping it clean. Bottasgan doing the same. Raggy's going to try and make a move into Cop's corner. Is he going to try and do it? Yes, he does. And that was a breeze for the Radmeister, and he's now up into 5th place right now. So brilliant stuff, and I think it's going to be a tough call for him to catch up to TX, but you know, I haven't seen much mistakes from him today, and he must be pretty proud of himself.
Yep, and a flawless drive from Bottasgang as he starts his final lap. 17 and a half second lead. That's amazing.
Fair play to Bottasgang. He has driven faultless all race. His strategy call was absolutely fantastic. He had a really good start as well, which I think is going to help him cement his lead. It's not going to be an equal gap in the championship anymore. It's going to be a 25 point. Actually, no, it's going to be a 23 point gap as 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, because McKenna's going to get 4 points. Unless he gets penalties, of course. But yeah, I mean, you know, I'm so relieved Bottasgang hasn't made much mistakes, because he deserves this win today. Probably one of the contenders for drive of the day. We haven't seen much battles from him today, but obviously there's no point following an empty car for the whole race. It's going to be boring. So, but obviously we'll follow him in the last couple of laps unless we see some battles from the other guys. We could see one from Chaos pretty soon as well, as he's going to go through Stone now. He doesn't have to. He could literally do one donut and he will lose hardly any time at all with the way he's going, and he could save time. So he comes across the line now. He's giving it all he's got today. A club, sorry. Well-deserved victory from Bottasgang as he takes the win of round 10 of VRS Tier 2. And another drive that I must say has driven really well today is Zoro. Great moves from him. And let's see how many positions he has gained throughout this race. He has gained 3 positions. P2 from him. No, it's not. It's P3 because Zoro's got penalties. And but luckily he's going to stay that way, as obviously no one else has got penalties, as pretty much everyone's got the same by looks of things. McKenna's got P7, Chaos has got P8, Keyboard Madison's going to get 2 points, Practice is going to get a point. But I have to say, the biggest gainers this race, Raggy up 11, Chaos up 10. They started near the back of the grid, and I will have to say Chaos has done, even though he struggled, he kept his nose clean at times, and that's what helped him get into P8 and get some decent points.
Yeah, it was a great drive from Raggy and Chaos. But at least I got 2 of my 3 drivers in my prediction.
Yay, that's... Oh, well, I got it the wrong way round. I predicted Cryptic first, but I would have to say, I will have to give Driver of the Day to Cryptic. I mean, he spun earlier. We thought he was never going to get that comeback, and
Yep.
he was penalty-free, and that's helped him get P2 and get some solid points. So I'll have to give my Driver of the Day to Cryptic. What about yours, Kai?
I totally agree with you on that one. Great recovery drive from Cryptic. As you said, we saw that spin earlier, and that just shows the class of driving, being able to spin at the start and then being able to recover the car and still finish P2.
Yes, indeed. So here's our winner, Bottas Gang, with his champagne. He's probably used to this already, so well done to him. He's got a commanding lead in the championship now, and we're pretty much at the halfway stage of this championship, obviously, because they're running the full 21 race calendars. Bottas Gang wins 20 seconds. Oh, I haven't seen this gap in a long time. With Cryptic P2, I think these are the only 2 drivers not to get a penalty, I think. Yeah, the only 2 drivers not to get a penalty in the top. And we also got Set and Tailworm also not getting penalties as well, so fair play to them. So we got Cryptic second, Zoro third, TX then Raggy, then Set, then Makenda, then Chaos. Keyboard Manderson and Tailworm rounds up your top 10. And we got Practice, Pavel, Motocrosser, Depain and Hydra, and your non-finishers are Valou, Ron and Mario. And that has been a pretty good race, I must say. What did you think, Kai?
Yeah, really good race from everyone throughout the grid. Action-packed race throughout, and I'd say it was entertaining. Hello, Jess? Jess, you there?
Wait a second. I think my mic was playing up a little bit there on the stream. It had to.
Yeah.
At the start. Apologies about that, but yeah, but yeah, it was a very entertaining race, and well done to all the drivers right now. And I'm looking forward to next week. Make sure you join us same time next week at 7 o'clock UK time. I can't remember what track it's next. Oh, it's a German Grand Prix, which I think. So if it's what it is like in real life, it's going to be very entertaining. Nonetheless, so thank you very much, Kai, for joining me in the commentary box.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yep, indeed. And we will see you next week for the German Grand Prix. Have a good evening, everybody.
Bye.